I understand that you may be disillusioned with the Democratic Party, and you do make that clear. But when I say defend, I mean you defend, for example, President Biden's abilities. You pushed back against accusations of decline. You continued to do that in other interviews. You said in one interview that he has been treated as if he was the worst thing ever. And so you're still very careful about the reputation, of course, of the man that you worked for. I think something many people understand. But he was at the top of that ticket that many Americans felt failed the country.
Yeah, okay. I have known Joe Biden since 2009. I got to see him every single day. And my opinion is obviously my personal opinion, and it's never changed. I've never varied from it when I was the White House press secretary till today. And what I'm trying to say is this is a man objectively, as president, has had a successful couple of years as president. He turned around an economy. He turned around our relationships across the globe. He led a coalition globally, something that we hadn't seen in decades when it came to the war in Ukraine. There were things that he did that were historic, whether it was bipartisan, bringing both parties together in a very crazy time for politics, or really focusing on what the American people needed and trying to deliver that, whether it's veterans, whether it's healthcare costs and expanding healthcare. I mean, these are things that were really important to the American people. And so my point of what I'm saying is I saw him every day, on an average, every day. And I wanted to be clear and speak to what I saw. Now, you got to remember, I was really quiet. I spoke at the podium, right, about issues of the day. But this is an opportunity for me to speak out loud and be really clear and not speak for anyone but myself.
Karine, just quickly before you go, since you were talking about the difference in being at the podium and then now in your personal capacity, the special counsel Robert Hur, when his report came out about President Biden and the classified documents, you stood from the White House podium February 2024, and you said that his commentary was gratuitous, that it was unacceptable, and it didn't live in reality. And clearly the American public saw another side of Joe Biden's mental acuity during the summer's debate. Robert Hur was unemployable for a period because of the attacks from the Democrats and from the White House that you were at the podium leading. Have you apologized to Robert Hur?
I mean, look, what I can say to you is I saw the president every single day. It wasn't one-offs. It wasn't once in a while. I saw him every day.
Well,
he is someone that was sharp.
Case, have you gone back to someone who you had pretty sharp comments about, and we all saw a different reality in your personal capacity?
What I'm saying is my reality was this. My reality was somebody that I saw every single day who was sharp, who pushed his team, was understanding very clearly of the policy of history. That is what I saw. I could only speak for what I saw on a daily basis for 2.5 years, almost 4 years, actually. And I was White House press secretary, obviously, for 2.5 years. And that is the president that I know. Someone who woke up every day and was very zeroed in and focused on how to deliver for the American people. And that's what I'm speaking to, is what I saw every day. And look, there's not many people who can say, oh, you know, they saw that. They saw somebody every day like the president of the United States and was able to speak for him. I'm able to do that. I was his White House press secretary. I was called into the Oval Office on a daily basis. I traveled with him for 95% of the time. And so I'm speaking for myself here. I'm speaking for what I saw. And that was why I pushed back. That was why I pushed back.